Right now, I have the incredible honor and privilege to be joined by Gabby Petito's mom, Nicole Schmidt, and Gabby's stepmom, Tara Petito. Thank you so much for joining us on this 3-year anniversary. It's hard to believe, but thank you very much.
Thank you. That was very emotional just to watch that.
I was wondering that exact thing. You know this story obviously so well. You've thought about it for 3 years, seeing stories like that play out on TV, those visuals. I just wonder what it's been like for you at this moment, how you're feeling, and just moving forward, how you've been able to cope over these years. Nicole, I'll start with you, please.
You know, I didn't think it would be any worse during this anniversary time. I hate calling it an anniversary. Usually that's a time for celebration,
Right.
but it's no better. It is worse. It's seems like each year that passes, it's more painful. And I think it's just because I feel like I'm further away from her, and it's just awful.
Tara, I'll give you the floor as well. Your thoughts now as we approach this benchmark?
Thank you, Alex, for having us on here. I have to say it doesn't get any easier. Every day is hard, and then seeing the videos and just hearing it just makes it even harder to believe that this is our reality. But she has given us so much strength to try to help other victims of domestic violence and missing people. I mean, she sends us signs all the time. So I guess she's lighting the way for us.
Can you expand on that? I'm sure people out there would love to know what signs you see from Gabby and how she's still in your life.
I can ask her for something, and all of a sudden I'll see a GP initial. Just today I was driving, and I ask her for that sign, and she sends me a rainbow. It never fails. Every time I ask, she delivers.
Yeah.
That's a really lovely thought. It's probably comforting knowing that she's still watching over you. Nicole, tell me a little bit about how you feel the impact Gabby's made on the world. I mean, people know her name. People remember what she brought to this world, and certainly both of your efforts in keeping her name at the forefront of everyone's mind certainly helps. But what sort of impact do you think Gabby Petito has had on this world?
It's unbelievable. I think, wow, this person who had this huge spirit was my daughter. She was our daughter. She was America's daughter. And I think that she touched the world really, truly, because she's been an inspiration to so many. And I think that was just the light that she shed on everyone. And that's important work to do. And I think that's why she couldn't do it here. And she's doing it from wherever she is. And she's still with us. And we work because of her. So, and all those other voices out there that, plan on changing the world.
So much of this story and conversation revolves around what happened 3 years ago, but we don't need to make that the sole focus of this conversation because, like I mentioned, you are pushing her legacy forward. You're keeping her name in everyone's minds through the efforts and outreach that you've poured into your foundations and various causes. So let's start with that. Tell us a little bit about the Gabby Petito Foundation, where it currently stands, and how people that might be interested in Gabby's story or even thinking about other young women who might have fallen into this same sort of trap or category and how they can help out others.
Well, after everything happened with Gabby, I called the other parents and I said, I want to start a foundation. And that's what we did. We all hopped in and went with it. And right now, what we're really trying to do is change the focus of, you know, treating the problem and trying to prevent the problem of domestic violence. We're trying to start an education program. We are trying to set up a training for first responders in response to domestic violence. And we're trying to help as many missing persons as we can by collaborating with organizations that do wonderful work with finding the missing.
I also want to ask about this lawsuit related to the Moab Police Department. I understand you're still continuing to pursue justice through that channel. Tell me exactly where that stands and what you hope will come from it.
We hope that it just sets a precedent for change. We want them to understand that we need them to work with us. We need them to work to do better. And, that's really the whole point of it, accountability and taking action.
Is there any concrete changes that you've already seen happen or take place as part of our society that you think is a result of us as the people of America putting more attention towards combating domestic violence?
You want to take that, Sarah?
I feel like I always talk over you. I apologize.
Okay.
I believe there's a lot of changes that still need to be made. We just had Gabby's law passed here in Florida. So a similar law was just passed in Utah recently, I think, and according to our attorneys, it is working. It's helping. It's helping connect resources to victims. So it's the lethality assessment protocol. It's a series of 12 questions that police officers have to ask on domestic violence calls. And it's about the way that they ask the questions. It's in a non-accusatory way. It's in a way that it doesn't place blame on the victim. That the victim can answer these questions and then look back at them and see how they're responding. And maybe it's eye-opening to them, like, oh my God, I really do need to get those resources. And it will connect them either to a shelter if they need, or just resources to an advocate to help them maybe formulate a plan to get out of that relationship. But I think it will seriously help save lives. I believe that if it was used with Gabby, I think she would still be alive today.
Tara, we only have about 15 seconds left, but I want to make sure we talk about this virtual run walk that spans today through September 19th. If you can very briefly tell us about that.
So it's for all domestic violence victims, not just Gabby. It's for murder victims. It's for the missing. It's just get out. You can register. Hashtag Run Loud, Walk Strong. You can visit our website, GabbyPetitoFoundation.org, to register. And it's just get out there, walk, dance. Gabby loved to dance, so she would love to see that. So, and it's post pictures, just post pictures and spread. I think it's just it's another way to spread awareness.
Yeah, and most certainly she's dancing in heaven. Of course, those dates marking the days between Gabby's murder and when she was found. On this 3-year benchmark, we won't call it an anniversary. We are all thinking of you both and your families. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.